Hurry up. Kevork's coming with reinforcements.
Too late. The security system only allows one person through at a time. Let's go. Who do you think you are, entering my place like this? You're going to regret that move. Don't waste your time trying to be clever. You're my prisoners now. I suggest you start praying fast.
Don't worry. We're safe here in the secret room for the time being. The only way out is to find the information in this control terminal. Look and see if you can find any weapons. You never know. In the meantime, I'll try and figure out the terminal system, all right?
contact. Insert card into player.
Stop! Get away from that machine! Immediately! Its databanks are sacred! Get back, you scum! Don't you lay a hand on it!
Indicate the switch positions.
Aha! The remote control for the thermostat. This should heat things up a little.
Give up! It's pointless! There's no mercy for the likes of you.
Great. A laser. It can only be used once, so I'd better choose my adversary carefully. It's nearly empty. There's still a little insecticide left. That should be enough for the 3 roaches after us. I think I've set off an explosion in one of the rooms. The solvents stored there obviously didn't appreciate the heat.
So, you're the woman who decimated my troops. Well, now you're going to die like your foolish father and brother, who thought they could ruin my plans. As for you meddling journalist, you shouldn't have gotten involved. You're not capable of doing this story. You just don't realize who you're up against. I am Lev Kavak, the sole survivor of a new order in this dying century. How would you like to join my laboratory rats? I need some fresh DNA. I'll be generous if you give yourselves up immediately. I'll make sure you don't suffer. So do you really believe you can destroy a lifetime of work? Your final hour has come. Prepare to die!
I wonder how safe we are here. Kevork and his men must be planning to attack.
Ada, look up behind you. Oh. Oh no, she's been hit. Ada, are you all right?
Do you want Ada to die? After all, she's a criminal. Or should she stay alive? She did save Max.
No, no, please don't die. You take too many risks, Ada. I swear the truth will get out. You can count on me. I swear. Rest in peace, Ada.
Enter each code and validate separately. Correct code. Continue procedure. Correct code. Continue procedure.
Guess who showed up just in time to save my skin on the roof of the Research Institute? The incredible Dee Dee. The bulletproof vest he'd been wearing had saved his life when I could have sworn he was riddled with bullets. Just goes to show how smart Dee Dee is. He told me he'd been suspicious of Ada's undying love right from the start. As if it were odd that I should arouse such a sudden undying passion in a lady. What the hell? Anyway, he'd planted a transmitter in her lipstick as soon as he started to suspect her. The signal led him to the Research Institute. So what had become of Ada? Justice had been done. Her father and brother had been avenged. Now, she could rest in peace.
Don't worry, you'll be cleared. I sent the photos in the file to the people in the right places, and with your cassette, they'll soon get the whole picture. Now, if you want to know the finer details of the affair, just ask me. I've got the whole thing worked out. Like LaGrange and Kevork, Marcos the trafficker was the other cornerstone of the elite. He was in charge of buying and transporting the crude radioactive substances from abroad. He refined them in his clandestine plants and then delivered the final product to the Institute. You photographed him with LaGrange in one of his warehouses. Ada killed him in the sauna where he had given you an appointment in the hope of buying back the film. Ada had only become his lover to kill him in the first place. LaGrange was the politician in the group. Kevork, who had detected his unscrupulous nature, brought him to the organization because he was politically high enough to suppress any legal action taken against the elite. LaGrange had contacted Marcos in the hope of buying arms for his collection. He then introduced Marcos to Kevork, thinking his trafficking skills would be useful. Ada killed him just before you found him in his office at the pool hall. Kevork was the brainchild behind the elite, an official organization set up to stimulate an individual's potential. In reality, he was using his client's money to finance Dr. Dramish's research at the Institute. Her work was focused on genetically creating superintelligent beings. Only he, LaGrange, and Marcos were capable of destroying the evidence in the event of a problem, thanks to the microfilm embedded under their skin. Ada had been planning her revenge for a long time. She had become Marcos' lover so she could kill him when the time was right. She killed him using her left hand in order to cover her tracks. Your arrival at the sauna after the murder was a blessing for Ada, because you immediately became suspect number 1, leaving her in the clear. By pretending to help you with your inquiry, she was able to infiltrate the organization and get to the other leaders. That was when she killed LaGrange. Dr. Dramish was the weak link in the organization. She'd been recruited by the elite for her expert knowledge in biotechnology. During her research financed by the elite, she discovered possibilities for controlling chromosome mutations by using radioactive substances. She was the one who implanted the microfilm and was responsible for retrieving them in the event of their deaths. The fact that she was left-handed made you think she was guilty of the murders. The Eraser, LaGrange's trusty henchman, was in charge of all the sensitive missions. His boss ordered him to follow you day and night. He was the one that shot at me instead of you once he traced you to my dump, thanks to the bugged glasses. Inspector Van Dale was on the organization's payroll. He received orders to eliminate you, Max, because he thought you were the one who killed Marcos and LaGrange. He was ordered to cover up the whole affair because it got out and began causing trouble for the elite.
Enter each code and validate separately. Correct code. Continue procedure. Correct code. Continue procedure.
Guess who showed up just in time to save my skin on the roof of the Research Institute? The incredible Dee Dee. The bulletproof vest he'd been wearing had saved his life when I could have sworn he was riddled with bullets. Just goes to show how smart Dee Dee is. He told me he'd been suspicious of Ada's undying love right from the start. As if it were odd that I should arouse such a sudden undying passion in a lady. What the hell? Anyway, he'd planted a transmitter in her lipstick as soon as he started to suspect her. The signal led him to the Research Institute. I suppose you want to know what happened to our relationship after all that. Well, it picked up right where we'd left off. Ada was alive, and the ambulance crew was taking care of her. She'd killed to avenge her family. I couldn't hold it against her that she'd rid the planet of 2 evil crooks.
Don't worry, you'll be cleared. I sent the photos and the file to the people in the right places, and with your cassette, they'll soon get the whole picture. Now, if you want to know the finer details of the affair, just ask me. I've got the whole thing worked out.